Hello from Siem Reap, Cambodia. I'm Leslie and this is Jason, and we are early retirees that love to travel, and we use this YouTube channel as our personal video diary of our travels. We filmed our last few days in Chiang Mai prior to coming here, so I'll put that video in and then continue with our time in Siem Reap. This is going to be a review of our last week in Chiang Mai and my favorite part, a review of the budget. So I'm going to say what we did and we can talk about it because you probably don't remember. So we went to the Sunday night walking street market. That was not our thing.
That was crowds.
I think we made it half a block.
Probably. It was pretty crowded.
The pro is that they do shut down the street, so
Yeah.
it's not like sidewalks. It's not like a regular market that's off the street. Con, everyone in town apparently comes to this market because it's only on Sunday night. There's also a Saturday night one that we never went to. But it's the same stuff.
Well, from our standpoint, it's the same stuff. Maybe other people would find different things.
Okay. I felt like all the things were available at the other markets we've seen.
I felt like that also.
Yeah.
But I also don't look at anything.
No.
Because it's so crowded.
It was awfully crowded.
Yeah.
And
I didn't find it enjoyable to stop and try to look at something because...
So we're trying to get out of that area and just walk. And near the Pigeon Gate, which I never know the official name of, I just call it Pigeon Gate, they were having a concert of some sort. But it was like heavy metal, screaming, horrible music to me.
Yes.
So
It was pretty rough.
it was. So our thought was to go see the lights on the river. It ended up we were too far down the river to see the part we wanted to see, and at that point we just gave up and called it a night.
Yeah. The main goal was just to walk.
Yeah. The next day, we decided, I found this area with ruins of temples on the map, and I was like, hey, let's just walk over here. It was about an hour.
Walk.
We get to like this main 6-lane highway. Because we didn't look, we're just gonna walk there. And so we had to like walk up the highway, which did have a little bit of a walkway. I don't think you were meant to be walking on that road.
I don't know that you meant to walk on any road here.
And we had to go down this underpass thing to get to the other side. We get to the temple, so like the main temple. We did really no research before showing up, other than I was like, oh, it looks
It was
cool,
more
let's go.
just a walk.
Yeah. And the main temple is all shut down and under construction. So, but on the way there, we took a very meandering route, and it was, I think there are farms back in there. We saw
It's like the
banana
area
plants.
that used to be the center of Chiang used to be the center of Chiang Mai, but Chiang Mai kind of moved, I guess, when
But it was
the
peaceful.
different king came.
You know, it was like residential, individual homes.
Felt rural, but still inside the city.
Yeah, very close to the city. So it was a lovely walk. We saw one ruin and we're like, well, we're closed. So we keep going. And that's when we got to the place that was closed. At this place, they had these big, kind of the shape of a bus, but open like a golf cart, where you could probably fit 20 people on it. And then they had these sad little horses that could pull a cart. And they were small and maybe a little hungry.
From our culturally based viewpoint,
So
we weren't going to use those horses.
no. And we were offered all kinds of means of transportation to go around this area.
Because no one was there.
Yeah.
It was closed, but I guess they'd just take you on a trip around the old
Well, we're like,
temples.
we'll go walk. There's something at 600 meters, 800 meters, 900 meters. And we start walking.
It's hot.
It's hot. By then it's noon. So there's zero shade. I don't think we even made it to the 600-meter thing. We were like,
Yeah, it's too hot.
too hot. So
And there was nowhere to go to the bathroom. Or
yeah. So we're like, okay, there's a coffee shop by that temple. Let's just go back.
maybe there's a bathroom there.
Maybe there's a bathroom. We'll get a drink, and then regroup. The coffee shop was closed, so no bathroom. So at that point, we just called Bolt, and
you tried to look at the map, and right away you have, since
people
you're the
coming over and
only
talking to you.
person
Yeah.
there, you can't really look at the map because everybody wants to
help you.
help you.
So the Bolt came. Now it took us an hour to get there. It was a 10-minute ride back. It was much quicker. And the way he drove, we passed the one main thing I wanted to see, and it turns out we were probably
Right there.
100 meters from it, but we made like a big circle and missed it. So we did see it
From the
driving
car
by,
window.
but
There's nice pictures on Google.
we thought about going back, and we never did. Lots of walking, dinner at the night market, but we finally tried the grilled fish, which some people we watch on YouTube kept talking about how good the grilled fish was. And it's
Pretty great. It's good.
just a fish they put on the grill, like the whole fish.
Yeah. Put salt or something on top of it. I don't know. It looks like it has some sort of crystallizing.
Yeah, or salt,
Yeah,
or but
something.
you don't eat I didn't
Yeah,
eat
you
the
don't
skin.
eat the skin.
Maybe someone does.
Probably.
But it was really good. It came with
Yeah.
like this peppery dipping sauce.
Spicy hot.
It was excellent. In fact, we ate it the next night.
Next night.
Then after that, the next day we went for a walk to the north end of the city without a destination, and we ended up in probably the most interesting place we've been, I think. It was a market, but it kind of felt like maybe it was the wholesale market or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's where, everybody gets their stuff that they sell in
In
the
the
city.
restaurants. Yeah, so it was fruit,
Yeah, in the restaurants. and-
seafood, meat. We even saw one store that looked like it sold mainly potato chips and Oreos or something. Like it was on the street.
Surprisingly, we didn't go in.
I know. Our two favorite things.
Yeah.
There was a store that looked like it just sold giant cases of bottled water.
Yeah.
But it was, what did I say? If you were going to film like a movie and you wanted a bustling market scene, you just needed to walk down this street. There were mopeds in both directions and coming out of stalls.
Yeah.
People with dollies and carts.
It was a lot like the night market. Maybe
yeah,
a little less crowded.
But with Thai people that
Yeah.
were doing their day-to-day
Yeah.
life.
Day-to-day life.
We saw two other travelers. So we were not fitting in exactly. I would have loved to have taken more photos, but I just felt like it wasn't the place. We were interrupting their daily life. But it was super interesting.
You could stand back if you had a zoom lens.
Yeah. It was really interesting. Although you're like, this is where our fish came from.
Maybe not good to see where your chicken and
Yeah.
fish comes from.
I've only had
It's
chicken
fine.
a few times.
Yeah.
And then that was really interesting, but it was a lot of
Commotion.
commotion. So we did get out of there.
Yeah. We don't do well with commotion.
I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Well, it's hard. Two people. It's easier one person because
Well, and-
you're trying to anticipate what somebody else is doing, walking and dodging, and trying to keep up with somebody else, and trying to look. And,
Yeah.
It's always a.
And the two-way traffic would be fine for two mopeds, but then you get the moped with the sidecar,
Yeah.
and there wasn't enough room, so traffic would back up.
It's not
and-
really two-way traffic. It's sort
It's,
of free for all.
Yeah, so it was just a lot, but it was very.
What
probably
we
the
saw was
most-
unique.
Yeah, unique thing we've seen here. Then the next day we needed to go for a walk, so I found the Jingjai market or something north of the city, almost all the way to that market or a little beyond
A little beyond.
the market we had been to the other morning. So we're basically backtracking. And I knew it was a more organized market, and it had been talked about as like an artisan market, the farmer's market, a lot of clothing. You're like, oh, that sounds pretty good. But what should have keyed me in said there's a Tops grocery store, which in hindsight, I should have known what we were walking into. But we walked an hour there.
But the goal was to walk.
Yeah, we were just walking. That's fine.
Yeah. No expectations.
Well, I kind of had it a little bit. Because they said clothing, and I was like, I'm going to find a wonderful dress. But I didn't. But we got there, and it was like what I compared to a outlet mall in the U.S., but no one goes to anymore. So it was really well built, brand new, really nice free bathrooms.
Multiple, 3 in a small area.
Yeah. But the farmer's market was not open, so it had a huge covered area where people would come and set things up, I guess. It had coffee shops, and it did have clothing stores, like real stores with doors and air conditioning, and but I'm sure anything in there was probably $30 to $50, and that's not what I'm looking for.
There were only a handful of people there.
Yeah.
It was a nice area, but and maybe it's more crowded on. Yeah, because I think I watched a YouTube video on it.
Yeah.
It was pretty crowded in that video.
So we just hit it at the wrong time, but it was a destination.
Yeah, and we probably wouldn't have liked it if it was crowded.
That's right. So then we walked back and stopped at my favorite restaurant here, Chatta Vegetarian.
Alice's restaurant.
No, Chatta.
Chatta. Lemongrass.
I like lemongrass second. Chatta. Because they have stir-fried tofu and basil, and it's probably one of the best things I've ever had. The third time having
tofu.
it. Well, no, I mean, I kind of rank it up there with one of my favorite foods. Yeah. It was really good.
They have really good tofu.
They do. And they're always busy. We've seen lines out the door. And then that night we went for a walk on the canal. So there's I forget the name of it. A canal that runs a very long distance.
Yeah.
And we walked it a couple times in the day. And it's got some pretty rustic housing along the canal, but you can tell that they open up at night for shops. So we finally went at night. It looks very quaint at night. And there were little stalls selling the usual things. And we saw 2 competing karaoke kids. Which is kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It was quiet. It wasn't crowded, so that was good.
We liked that.
Yeah. You could move, and I don't know. I wonder if some nights it is crowded. Maybe there's, I don't know.
I can't remember what time we were there. Still kind of early, maybe.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was our last day. Again, we went for a walk with no destination. And we made sure to leave not pretty early, like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So the city isn't as crowded, and it's so much more pleasant walking.
Easier to cross the street.
Yeah.
But there's a gradual increase in heat and traffic and people and open businesses and loss of sidewalk space and we saw a turtle.
Yeah. On the way back we saw a man
walking his turtle.
The
turtle was trying to keep up with him.
He was doing a very good job.
Yeah.
We also stopped for mango sticky rice that is rated very well on Google, and it was actually really good. And then that about wraps it up. We leave today for Siem Reap. We're gonna get our cab in an hour to the airport. It'll take us we'll leave for the airport 11:30. Our flight lands at 8.
For overall probably 2-hour car drive, maybe longer than that.
Oh, car? If you drove it?
Oh, longer than that.
It'll be a lot longer than that.
Okay.
But and you can't go over the land border, I don't think.
Yeah, right.
But it's like 2.5 hours flying time.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant.
Yeah.
2.5 hours flying time, but all that time.
We have to fly back to Bangkok, but the smaller airport, and hang out there for almost 3 hours. So it's like 2 hour to hour and a half flights with a 3-hour layover. It will be fine.
Yep.
So, have you enjoyed Chiang Mai?
Yes, I have. Yes.
It's really grown on me. I think as the time's gone on.
The food's really good. The people are nice, which makes a big difference. And the ease of communication. And the money's easy. It's just easy.
It's easy.
Which makes it nice.
I think it was the perfect first place in Southeast Asia.
Mm-hmm.
I think communication might get a little harder as we move on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll like the food as much as we move on as I do here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see a new place.
Yeah.
And
I'd come back to Thailand. We will.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go to Bangkok. But I think I could live in Thailand.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
It would have to be somewhere I could get to more outdoor areas or have access to a park or something like that, but
Northern Chiang Mai.
Yeah. So we had a lovely time.
Yep.
And so now we're going to talk about what we spent.
It's amazingly the same as everywhere else.
It almost is.
No matter how cheap the food is and how cheap everything is, it's the same amount of money for some reason.
So we were only here 3 weeks, but if I prorated what we spent, I think it would end up being like $2,500 if we stayed 4 weeks.
So a little bit cheaper.
Well, no, because I'd have to add Airbnb.
Oh.
So.
Same price.
Yeah, about everywhere we've gone has been $2,700 to $2,900. I think one place we had $3,100. And I can't remember where that was, but we probably had a more expensive Airbnb. So
right, Budapest.
I mean, every country we've been to, whether we think the food's expensive or cheap, it all works out. So we have been here 23 nights. So 2 nights at the airport, and that was expensive. That was $164.
But it was a nice hotel.
It was a nice hotel, and we needed to recover.
And good breakfast.
So that was, I tried to stick under $55 a night, which I'm not doing this whole trip probably. It was $54.30. Here is $54.35 a night. So we spent $1,141 on 3 weeks at our Airbnb. And then on the ground costs, so just while we're here, this is our Ubers and Bolts and groceries, restaurants, the miscellaneous things we bought, all of our toiletry stuff that we bought while we're here, and like bathroom fees and that kind of stuff.
Towels.
Yeah, hand towels. So our on the ground cost was $964. But I'm going to subtract $120 because $60 was the Cambodia visa fee. That's I spent it in January.
Yes.
But it's not.
It gets confusing.
$41 is our unknown baggage fee. So it's not really on the ground cost. And if you think about it, the $20 facial stuff really isn't. That was discretionary. So if you adjust that out, I can't see, that would put us at like $843 for on the ground everything for 3 weeks. And we'll probably spend maybe $20 today on food at the airport, if that.
Yeah.
So it's been really affordable. So overall, we've spent, when I take out those 3 things, we'll spend about $2,200 for 3 weeks. Well, anyway, a very reasonable price, but still comparable to everywhere else. I think, I don't know why. Oh, we had our cooking school.
Yeah.
So that was like $70. And that's not something we would regularly do.
But we also usually don't ride Bolt or whatever Bolt or Uber or
but that was only
Grab.
If I take out our
it wasn't that much.
That was $82 the whole time. So I don't know.
It's always the same.
So goodbye to Chiang Mai. And hopefully I'll edit this into our first Cambodia video. Bye. So we just finished our 5th day in Siem Reap, and we'll just go through the things that we've done since we've been here. Our flight from Chiang Mai to Siem Reap was easy. We did have to fly to Bangkok, the smaller airport, and we had a 2-hour layover. Ended up being 3 because our flight was delayed, but that was pretty seamless. And then, do you want to describe our drive from the airport, since I was kind of hidden? Thankfully.
Airports were big and empty though.
Yeah, they were big and empty.
Lots of walking,
but
which
no
is
one
fine.
in them. Yeah.
But walking down long corridors of nothingness. And yeah, we got here. The driver was apparently back at his car because who knows what happened.
He didn't get
our flight was delayed. That was what happened.
But he didn't get the message.
Yeah.
We're not sure till he was already on the way to the airport or something.
So we had to look around for him, but eventually he showed up. And then we got in the car, and nice big giant highway because they moved the airport a couple years ago. So it takes about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, about an hour. So it's a nice giant highway. But then as you get closer to town, it gets into a smaller highway. And that's when traffic gets a little crazy, especially at night.
Is it a highway or just like a 2-lane road? I couldn't see.
I don't know. It looked like a sort of highway to me.
Highway-ish.
But when we got in closer to town, then that's when what you do is you flash your lights a lot. So you get click, 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 click. So if someone's in front of me and you want to pass them, then you flash your lights the entire time you're doing it as fast as you can. And then you get people behind you as you're passing people that want to pass you, so they're flashing their lights.
Or they want you to go faster or something.
Yeah, and you're you don't really wait for cars to come by coming in the other lane. You just pull out into that.
And then you have to
passing lane. It's not a
flash
passing
the
lane.
mopeds who are either too far over or going too slow. You flash and honk at them.
Yeah. So you pull out when you can see headlights headed straight for you, and then you just start flashing your lights. And I guess they get off on the side of the road. It's kind of interesting. It was a different way of driving.
I was behind the driver, so I couldn't really see anything.
Yeah.
And I'm very fortunate.
Good thing.
Because I knew it wasn't good, but.
Yeah, I've been in worse driving situations, but that was kind of different.
So that was fun. And then we got to the hotel, I don't know, at 10 o'clock probably. 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, something like that.
So we just unpacked and got to bed. We woke up early the next morning and we went for a walk.
On the wrong side of town.
Really without planning it. So we crossed the river to where the main night market, a place called Pub Street with a lot of restaurants, but we kind of meandered through that neighborhood. And it is not nearly as developed as parts of Chiang Mai.
So we were expecting different because we'd watched YouTube videos and heard how great the sidewalks were and nice, and then we went over there and it was kind of no sidewalks.
Yeah, it's definitely a lower socioeconomic situation than where we were in Thailand. More empty lots, a little bit more trash. They do have trash pickup. It's not litter, but it's just more collection points, I guess, of trash. We saw a pet store. I use that word very loosely, but poor little dogs and cats in cages. There are more street dogs here, and they do look not very good. They're not fat and happy looking like the ones in Thailand. They're
Thailand's the land of smiles, so the dogs are happier.
But they're skinnier. They look
it's hot,
sickly. Yeah,
it's hot.
It's so hot. But anyway, we walked through, and then everyone's saying, "Do you want to ride, sir, madame, tuk tuk?" We walked through a little shopping area. Do you want a scarf? Do you want a hat? Do you want this? Do you want that? And we didn't have that in Chiang Mai, really. So It was overwhelming at first. I think we were both kind of like, oh no. At least
well, because I had expectations from watching what I'd heard on YouTube.
Yeah.
Never have expectations. But as it turns out, it's really nice, actually.
Yeah.
We were just in the wrong kind of area. Which, I mean, that area is fine, too.
It was fine. It was just, I think, a little bit shocking that I kept saying before we left Chiang Mai, I hope Cambodia is different. Like, I want it to feel different, and it certainly did. Probably more than I wanted to at the very beginning. Now it's fine.
It still feels different.
Yeah, it does feel different.
But there's lots of nice walking.
The walking sidewalks are incredible here, and you can walk for miles on nice, wide, even
bike lanes.
Yeah. On the sidewalk, there was a bike lane and a sidewalk. So that's been fantastic. And we do know now where we're staying is the more westernized section, more hotels, more nicer restaurants than the other side of the river.
Which are fine. It's just more local.
Yeah. And then that night that afternoon we walked up to the park and we saw the bats, the fruit bats that are just sleep in the trees during the daytime, which is weird to think of bats in daylight during the day.
And they were pretty lively. But that wasn't really evening. That was
it was in the middle of the day. Or
1
midday.
or 2. Must have been colder then because, I don't know, maybe our bodies were not exhausted.
And we did find a fantastic grocery store right by the park. It's 2 levels. I haven't figured out the grocery stores yet. The ones we've been to
are high priced.
Are very high priced. Mostly everything is imported, and it normally tells you the country it's from. So I know this is not where the people that live here shop because
it's pretty expensive. It's the same prices as us at home. Maybe
or more.
Yeah, depending on what it is.
Like the big fancy grocery store had taco shells, like Old El Paso or whatever that brand is.
Yeah.
And what was it? $6.95
Yeah.
for a box of taco shells. So the fact that they have it is amazing.
Yeah.
But the price is just crazy. And everything at that store is kind of really pricey. Even the upstairs that said Cambodian products.
Still pricey.
And there's more Japanese, I think, products here than we saw in Thailand. But because we have breakfast, we're not buying nearly as much.
And we don't have anywhere to cook.
Yeah.
Although we didn't. Yeah. We didn't really cook that much in
No, but we ate breakfast.
Yeah.
Then the next day we went to the botanical gardens, which was about an hour walk on the really great sidewalks. And we just spent a couple hours. It was free walking around. It's not a spectacular botanical garden, but
it was nice.
It was peaceful. They had ostriches and peacocks.
Chickens. Pigeons.
Yeah, so it was pretty empty. It was peaceful. And then we had to walk an hour back. So we alluded to it. The heat is oppressive.
Hot.
I would say if you're not in by 1 o'clock, I mean, we try to get out by 9 o'clock at the latest and do our main walking and be back by 1, I feel like.
But about 11 though, it's getting pretty hot.
Yeah, and
it's hot to begin with, but then it's getting really kind of.
So the highs are what, 95, 97, somewhere around there, and the low is 70, low 70s, but humid. It's like a hot.
It's not that mountain air of.
It's
Chiang
the heat
Mai.
wave of Virginia every day.
Yeah.
Like a summer heat wave. So it kind of.
It's pretty hot.
It's pretty hot.
Sweaty.
Very sweaty, especially me. So that's the hard part.
Yep.
And I don't think we're at the hottest part of the year yet.
Whew.
So you do have to get out early, and then we just hang out in the afternoons, and then by
usually sleep.
sleep.
Siesta.
use our computers. But then by 4:30, it's not cool, but it's not as, the sun isn't as intense. Yeah.
It's still hot.
Still hot.
It's always hot. But we have AC, which I can't imagine not having
Really
AC.
good AC. In fact, we can't get it shut off at sometimes.
Sometimes it's freezing cold.
Then we went the next day to the Angkor National Museum. So this is, I think, never officially figured out when it opened, but probably within the last 10 years, I would say.
I don't know.
So it's the National Museum for the Angkor Wat complex. And it was nice, big, lots of artifacts, lots of information, but kind of not the information we were hoping for. It was more about
the religious
the
aspect.
gods and the religion and the kings and why they built things and who it honored and what the symbolism of everything is.
Not a
which
lot
is
of the
great.
science behind building it, who built it, and
How
they suffered and struggled,
and how they, where did they get the stones? How did they build, because these complexes are surrounded by giant moats.
But you can watch it on YouTube, which we did also.
There's a PBS Nova special that just came out, so we watched that and got a lot of information, but you can YouTube and watch.
There's lots of other information.
Yeah. But the museum, I think that's where the downfall was, and it was expensive for here. It was $12 a person.
Yeah.
But the people there were lovely. Again, we thought Thailand had lots of employees, but
Lots of employees.
lots of employees. Like, we walked in, we had 3 or so people at the ticket desk helping us. Then there was someone that guided us to where we handed the ticket to the 2 or 3 ladies taking the ticket.
Somebody to open the doors for you at different spots. Yeah, they hire lots of people.
Yeah. And then that night we went back to the park because we wanted to see the bats actually fly off for the evening. We got there way too early.
But it was fine because you got to watch people.
It was a very interesting park experience. So fitness walkers like crazy in that park.
Which is strange because it's just a park with a sidewalk. And the sidewalks are pretty good, so you could walk around town and see something different. But it seems like hundreds of people probably come there just to walk around.
And it's a very small...
Yeah, it's like a square maybe, and they just kind of...
make laps.
Yeah.
Then across the street where there's a, like the exercise stations that they have lots of places in Europe and here.
Yeah, outside exercise stations.
They were having a gigantic, probably 100 people.
As far as we could see, we were
group
far away.
Fitness class. I wanted to go back and join. I think they're just people get together. It was like sort of like step aerobics kind of type thing. It seemed from the noise that there was someone guiding it.
Yeah, there was definitely someone guiding it because they were all trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. Then there was badminton going on.
Badminton at night.
Yeah.
Like serious badminton.
Yeah, like they were warming up.
Set up. But it was weird because it's like on the pavements, sort of underneath the bat trees, which kind of smells of bat dew.
What's bat dew called? Guano?
Drawing a blank now.
Guano. Maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
And
Guano.
Guano. And then we saw like the park vendors setting up for dinner.
Getting ready for dinner.
It
Set
was
up very small little tables and very small little chairs.
for like toddlers.
It is like kids' chairs and stuff, but I guess
they have to move them.
They had to be portable.
On their cart, so you have to have small.
But they could pull up on a motorcycle, and then the guy started cooking. Like he had to squeeze in between his motorcycle and his little cart.
Yeah,
and
the carts are like side cars, so the cook stands between where they would sit on the motorcycle and where the side car and cook in this little cart, and then to get out they have to climb over the motorcycle seat.
They bring all the dishes, all the silverware. They put tablecloths out. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. We were there for quite a while. Then we went to the Muffin Man. right next door.
That's the best place to eat.
They have muffins. They have brownies.
I haven't even tried the muffins.
No, not yet.
Just brownies and cake.
It's very good. Then we went to Apopo, A-P-O-P-O, which...
Not the Popo.
which is, was it Dutch? Dutch, I think.
Yeah.
A Dutch
the guy.
NGO. So it has a Dutch name, but it's like anti-landmine something.
Anti-personnel something.
Yeah. So this organization trains
Rats.
African
pouch
rats to smell for landmines, so like all the chemical components in explosives, to find the landmines that are buried. So we got to learn about how it works. We got to see a demonstration. So they put a little harness on the rat and they run it on a line like the size of a tennis court, the smaller one we saw it. And they just go back and forth, and then when they find something, they scratch, and then
they get a treat?
not in the field though.
Oh.
In the demonstration. In the field,
Okay.
they don't get a treat till they're done with the section.
The whole section.
But while they're doing the training, they get treats. But then they will say, when they find something, they mark the GPS coordinates, and then they can send in metal detectors to clear it or detonate it at that point. But it was fascinating, really.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, and then we got to hold the little rats
Quickly.
which is good. I mean, they don't want you like.
No, they had a very stern guy.
One stern guy and one guy that was like really laid back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the other guy just gave you evil looks the whole time.
We have some really good photos. Looking very grumpy. No, but that was really interesting. And they also have dog teams.
I'd say they have a good accuracy rate too.
Yeah. So it takes a year to train the rat, and they choose these rats because their lifespan is 8 or 9 years, where other rats are a shorter lifespan.
And there's other technologies, but
Too
this
expensive.
is cheaper for third world countries with a good success rate. Probably success rates close to what some of the other technologies are.
Yeah.
Based on my research.
And then we walked back, because that was near the botanical garden, so it took us an hour to walk there. And on the way back, we stopped at the Cambodian Vietnam War Memorial, which was nice.
Again, very local.
Very dilapidated. Like it just opened in 2022 or 2.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Not very, and it hasn't been kept up. Like the grass is long, and they had these things that they said were gravestones, but it was just like first I thought they were where ashes were of the people that died, but somewhere the part was falling off the wall, so it's just a wall with names.
Yeah. It was interesting.
It was.
The kids seemed to enjoy watching us.
Yes.
The kids here enjoy watching people not from their country.
And the amount of children that wave to us or say hello or
Come
are
over.
very interested in watching us. Well, even last night it was dark and we're walking down the street and you look in this van and there's a little kid just frantically waving in the front. We've had little kids everywhere, like that little girl in that war memorial place.
Yeah.
I think she wanted to talk to us. She's probably 4, but I think she was too afraid. But she did say hello and wave to us, but.
A little boy at the park came over with his trash ball.
Yeah. Like a 2-year-old whose parent, I think, was a seller at the stalls, wandered through this whole park by himself in a t-shirt, no shoes. And he did go back to where
Yeah, we saw him back in.
But he came over and showed you his trash toy.
Well, it wasn't, it was just a ball of trash.
Yeah, that he was playing with.
But he had toys.
He did. His mom sold toys.
toys.
Because I was like, I need to go buy him a toy, but his mom was the toy seller.
Kids just like to play with things that aren't toys.
But yeah, the kids are very curious, I guess. And the people here are just, the Thai people were friendly, but I feel like Cambodian people are even friendlier. Now, I don't know how much of it is they're trying to get you in their tuk-tuk, or, I mean, but there are people that just say hello to you on the street.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny, like we've had a couple things, like a woman was handing you a bottle of water and dropped it, or the lady at the grocery store bumped my hand handing something to me, and they are just so apologetic.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't know, it's just a very
it's different.
friendly culture. Then later in the day we went to,
There's some honking.
but
But you don't hear a lot of honking.
No. The bank.
Go ahead. The bank.
We went to the bank. We
That
went
was
to the bank in Thailand, and it was no big deal. We walked in, we got our money, we left.
It was much faster.
Yes. So we got there, and the woman said,
Well, first you walk in the door and there's a bunch of ladies,
a desk with 3 or 4 women
all in the same uniform.
that greet you. And I just said, I want to switch my US dollars for real. And they said, it's going to be a while. And I said, okay, not knowing what that meant. So she goes to a machine and prints out like a deli counter ticket type thing and says, go take a seat. Well, then you go, and there's people everywhere. There were, was it 28 or 29 teller windows?
Yeah.
Not every window had a teller, but at one point, while we were waiting for 20 minutes to be helped, I think I counted 25 people that I could see, employees, just from where we were sitting, and there were more on the other side of the wall.
Oh, they were just moving all around the bank. I mean, they were everywhere.
They were everywhere.
Employees everywhere, like going upstairs, a lot of people carrying water bottles. It just
walking through carrying wads of cash.
Yeah.
It was just like openly through the bank.
Compared to our 2 employees at the bank.
I mean, it took as long as that, but
yeah. Actually, ours is a little faster.
Yeah. So after like 20 minutes, and they have a board, so our number popped up on the board, and it next to the number for the window we were to go to, and it plays a cute little musical sound. So we go, and I say what I want, and the lady's like, do you have your passport? Which I knew I would need, and I get it out, and I have to fill out this paper form that's in duplicate and sign it. And then I had to write our hotel on the other side.
Phone number.
My phone number, no email address, I think just phone number.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say how I want the money back, because you don't want too big of bills. They have no coins here, so there's a $100 bill that's worth 2 cents. So
you get lots of paper.
Yeah, a stack of paper.
Hence why everybody's walking around with wads
of cash
of money in the bank.
Yeah. So she knew what we wanted, and she said, have a seat. So we sit down. My passport is now with the woman, and that was probably 10 minutes almost?
Yeah. Probably.
Close to it.
Yeah. And
then she stands up and looking for us, so we go over there. And then she has a photocopy of my passport.
But you had to sign.
I had to sign it.
Even though your signature's right there.
Yeah. She had to keep it. I got my money and that original piece of paper that now was printed out with like what I got on it.
So to exchange $40 into their money was
It was about 35 to 40 minutes.
But it was an experience.
It was. From now on, I'll just use
the ATM.
The ATM. And you can use American dollars here. So anywhere we go, I can pay with US dollars. I may get US dollars back, or I may get some US dollars and some Cambodian money, or I may just get Cambodian money back. It just depends on how much change they have. Like a grocery store, you'll probably get dollars and and then finally yesterday we went to
The hot spot.
Day one.
It was a hot spot.
It was a hot spot. The Angkor Wat complex. We bought a 3-day pass, so we have from yesterday until the day we leave to use all 3 days. So fortunately, we don't have to go back to back. But we went there in a grab.
Got a grab.
Which worked out really well.
Because you don't have to negotiate on the street, which apparently lots of people do. So either way, but
we're not
negotiators, so we just got the grab.
And they had a section on Grab that said
grand route versus the smaller.
Well, it's like pay for a chunk of time. So you could pick a city tour, which is 4 hours. We did the small route. There's a grand route of the temples. So we did the small circuit. So you just pick what you want. It's 8 hours, a flat fee. That guy was here within 30 minutes.
It was quick.
I don't even know, like he was down there when we got from our room to downstairs.
But everywhere you walk are lots of people waiting, tuk-tuks. It's just what they do, you know, it's like their entire job, and we think tourism's pretty down here based on what I've read, and emptiness.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people that, I mean, they're everywhere. They're just sitting there waiting for you. So,
and the tuk-tuk here is, I'm gonna mispronounce it, but the one we rode in, it's referred to as a remorque, R-E-M-O-R-Q-U-E, remorque.
Something like that.
Which is pulled by a motorcycle. So it's kind of like a cart.
And a trailer.
Yeah, it's like a little trailer that the motorcycle pulls with a roof. It's open on all 4 sides. It has 2 padded benches. It was actually very cool.
Yeah, cool.
In between the little temples. We went to Angkor Wat, which is the main.
Well, first the guy picks us up. He
Yeah.
takes us, and then he immediately, before he kind of like lets us out, he starts talking to us about tomorrow's plans.
He gets his laminated sign out, like
how he's going to take us to the waterfalls.
Tomorrow, I can take you here.
So that's kind of what you kind of have to expect, and then we just say no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, one more time, no, thank you, and then he says his brother's coming to pick us up because he has to do something with his
busy
mother
today.
or something. So that was kind of weird, especially when you're not used to it. So we're kind of like, what's happening? And you can't, a little bit of a language barrier. So anyways, we got out, he let us out, but he took us to the good entrance. It was empty. And
well, we got out, and I was like, we don't even have his WhatsApp number. So you went back and
took his WhatsApp number.
Got his WhatsApp number.
What's up?
And so we're coming back, and you're looking at the Grab app, and you're like, he's back in town.
Yeah, his car was back in town
because he was the Grab driver, and he switched us to his brother. But before we got out, he took a selfie with us, and we were like, what's happening?
I was going to send us that, but he doesn't have our phone
but then
number.
He said,
our WhatsApp
I'm
number.
giving this to my brother because my brother's going to come get you. And that's good. Don't be worried. He's a good driver. He speaks English. It's fine. You don't have to worry. It'll be okay with the Grab. And like we leave our stuff in the tuk-tuk, so our water, our non-essential
wallets, IDs.
Not important things.
Yeah.
So we come out, and we don't know what the brother looks like. We don't know if we're looking for the same tuk-tuk, like are they just switching out drivers? But it turns out the brother had a different tuk-tuk, but he knew.
Well, he had the picture of us.
Yeah, he had a picture of us.
With his brother.
And our stuff was in the tuk-tuk.
And you're so used to people saying tuk-tuk, tuk-tuk,
so
tuk-tuk.
No.
So we're like trying to avoid this guy who's coming at us. But yet that was the brother.
But he had his phone out.
So, yeah.
And he had our bag. So, and the brother, Mr. Chichi, was not a salesman. He was like, where do you want to go?
Yep.
He took us there. I'll be here. Okay. Dropped us off. Didn't try to say, I'll get you tomorrow. So we also have his WhatsApp number.
So we'll use him versus his brother.
Yeah. But Angkor Wat was really crazy in a way that the size of it is really hard to understand. Like, even though we watch videos and driving around, because Angkor Wat is the one main temple, and then you have the complex, but like there's Angkor Thom, which is the larger
football fields.
Yeah.
What did it say? That's what YouTube said.
Was it 4 times the size of the city of Paris?
Something like that. Which that seems like that. I don't know. That doesn't match out the 600 football. Maybe it does. I don't know. It's big.
It's very large.
Lots of driving in between, so you wouldn't want to ride a bike, even though that option's available. Well, I don't know that you wouldn't. I wouldn't want to ride a bike, especially once it got hot. Yeah. Unless it was an electric bike.
Even that. Because it's like a 35-minute drive from downtown Siem Reap to get to the first temple, and then you do this route. And we only went to 4 yesterday. We started out with a list of like 6 we were gonna go to, but Angkor Wat and Angkor Thom both took like 2 hours, and by then it's like noon.
And you're starting to feel the heat. You're all sweaty. You're like,
guzzling all the water you have, and you don't need to pee because it's so hot, and you have to wear pants. Well, you're supposed to wear pants, and people cheated on the dress code.
Yeah, they're pretty, at least when you read online, it sounds like that's pretty strictly enforced. But
yeah, your knees and shoulders are supposed to be covered, and people were not doing it.
Didn't seem to be that way.
But we were in pants.
I mean, most people were.
Yeah.
There were just 1 out of every 100 people.
Yeah.
1 out of 20, 1 out of 100, same difference.
Yeah.
And the monkeys didn't have any pants on.
They did not. And then we went to, the last temple we went to was the temple that was in the Tomb Raider Angela Jolie movie. We couldn't see where it matched up, but that movie's 25 years old, so I don't remember it. But, and then you can walk through all of them, and you can climb all of them. And they're
pretty steep.
Pretty straight up. Like, some staircases you could use your hands and feet. They have a railing. One we went to and we were like, no, I don't need to climb up there.
No warnings on hitting your head.
No, we both hit our heads.
Both hit our heads. But otherwise, it was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it's not very crowded because whatever reason, tourism seems to be lower.
And then by the afternoon, as we got to the other ones, they were barely
it's
empty.
So hot. It's pretty empty.
A lot of people go start at sunrise at Angkor Wat. I don't need to do that. So I think by the time we got there, that group had
probably already gone
moved on. But then Angkor Thom, we only saw a small portion of what was on that site because we got sidetracked by the swimming monkeys, the monkeys in general.
Yeah.
They were really cute.
And I mean, temple-wise, you can only, unless you're really into that.
Yeah. It
kind of sort of looked the same after a while.
Yeah. You'd have to be an expert to really.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to see them, and it's cool that they're ruins.
And they have, Angkor Wat has, what do you call it, like a gallery, a walkway, covered gallery, walkway, with huge carvings that some were like 60 meters. I think that one was like 90 meters. Mm-hmm. Very intricate. And they all tell a story of a battle, but it's just too much to absorb. So you just really
and it's hot.
appreciate the carving for the fact that it was done in 1100 or 1500s or some of them. Yeah. But
it's pretty old stuff, but yeah, it's interesting. It's neat to imagine people there working to build that, and what money get you and how the world hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's, if you got the money, you're in charge.
And we've really only had Cambodian food the first night, I think. Yeah, because I wrote on my picture. Second night, and we're at Thai fusion. Yeah, so we went to Cambodia the first night. It wasn't bad, it's just
not as spicy.
Not as flavorful. We felt like we were at a health retreat or something. And they don't use as many vegetables. So in Thailand, we were eating tons of vegetables, and here it hasn't been. But then we went to Mexican.
At least what we've had hasn't been a lot of vegetables. I don't know though.
Like I had that fish and muck, which is like the national dish, but it just really had fish.
It's kind of like
sauce.
Like beef stew with fish.
Well, mine didn't have anything but fish.
I know. I'm just saying.
The thing you had was like potatoes.
I'm just saying the way it tastes. It's very like it's not spicy. So
no,
much,
it's
just
very
sort of
plain. So we've had Thai food. We've had Mexican. We had pizza yesterday when we got back. We just ordered it, have it delivered to our hotel because we were too tired.
But we'll try it again probably at some point. It's not
I
bad. It's just.
I have one on my list. We'll try it again. The other thing we keep talking about here in Thailand is that my dad really missed his ideal lifestyle, and he would have probably fit in so well living in these countries because like they just take what they have and make something new.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to look good.
Yeah. Or be
as long as it's functional.
We walked so many by like workshops that you could, you know, and the guys are outside, not smoking so much, but some are like without their shirt on. I'm like, that could so be my dad.
Yeah.
I also know why he was shirtless in the majority of his Vietnam War photos because it's so freaking hot. But yeah, he really missed. He could have really thrived here. Like I could see him driving that. There's something we saw in a poster, but then we saw one because Angkor Wat's kind of more rural.
Tractor thing.
It's like
the motor of a tractor with
like plow arms or something.
That's how you drive it, like big arms that come out. It's like the motor of a tractor with 2 wheels, and that pulls your cart.
Yeah, it's so. I'd like to have a picture of that because I can't quite figure it out. But like, I could totally see him.
Yeah.
Driving around and some ripped up camo.
Yeah. Stopping by different people's places to like
collect,
get
things.
Stuff or give them stuff or.
He would have fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
So that's. I don't know what day it is today. Friday, I think.
Yeah.
We leave next Saturday, so we still have a week to go. We'll probably use both days of our pass. I don't know. At the end of the day yesterday, we're like, oh. But
it's hot.
It's hot. But I think we will go back, but I probably will.
You going by yourself?
You can stay here.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole list of other things we want to see. So I really like it here. I think the food is
it's good. It's just we like Thai food.
Not as good, but the sidewalks really make up for it, and the people are friendly. And the heat is also a negative, but no, I like it probably just as much as I like Chiang Mai. It's so much quieter that I do really like that. It's not nearly as loud and hectic.
Apparently it used to be before COVID.
And we're getting better at crossing the street. I mean, there's still sometimes you're like, I could have possibly.
Yeah, we probably messed them up more than they mess up.
But you just have to.
You have to be brave and just sort of go.
Commit to it.
But it's hard because we're not used to that. We're like, oh gosh, there's a car, stop.
And you can go left, look to the right, look to the left, look to the right, and it's clear, and you've looked 12 times each way, and you step out and you look again, and
somebody pulled out.
There's a moped. Like.
Mopeds are tricky.
Yeah.
They're fast and they appear out of nowhere, and
mopeds
can go either direction. Yeah.
They will
even
ride.
Even though it's oncoming traffic, they just drive into it.
So you've looked and you're like, oh, the traffic shouldn't be coming from that way. I'll check again, and there's a moped coming from that direction.
Yeah. So. And they will cut through on the sidewalk at certain places.
Yeah.
But once you learn all that, it's fine.
We're still living.
Yeah.
So, thanks for listening.
Bye.